Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and make a real quick video on what I learned from this truck. Probably be my second video going ahead and doing it on YouTube, so forgive me if I go ahead and don't use the right terminology or whatnot everybody else uses, and I just figured I'd share the wealth with some of the stuff that I've learned and whatnot from this ZD Thunder ZMT10 brushless 110 scale truck. I mean, I'm liking it a lot. It's got a lot of good things to offer, at least for a beginner truck. I mean, it's not a Traxxas, but you know, or something like that, or you know, one of those high-end RC trucks. I'm gonna try and make this video as short as possible. Some of the stuff that I've gone along and done and learned from like the higher end model or the second version of this one, the 9106S, which is kind of like all covered up and whatnot. Kind of made a little cut in there, kind of get a little more airflow in there, whatnot. Obviously it comes with the 2400. I don't have it mod battery. I went along and I upgraded that real quick because the life expectancy of that is real short. I upgraded to one of these bigger 5200 mAh 2-cell 2S batteries, LiPo. Much longer battery life. You know, some people were, you know, saying with the stock one you get like 20 minutes, 15 minutes, but you don't get that. You probably get that out of this one, maybe even 30 minutes. And then I went along just to try it out. One of the smallest mAh, cheapest 3S batteries you can put on here. A lot of people are not wanting to go ahead and put this truck with 3S because of the differentials inside of them. They do go ahead and occasionally they tear up the gears inside, and it's mostly what I've seen and what I've found to be is shimming. There's some other guys on there that are way better than me. I didn't do a full tutorial. I don't have a tripod to go ahead and be doing all that, but just letting you know, if you shim these differentials correctly, you'll be good to go. All this stuff that I've gotten, I haven't had to go through any of these other guys, like from China manufacturers or warehouses online. All of them has pretty much been local, eBay, Amazon, stuff like that of that nature. This battery isn't really that great. This is probably one of the upgraded batteries that I went along and got. You know, probably give you the same life as the 2400 that it comes with, but this is another one that it's I just finished running right now. 2200 mAh 2S as well. Upgraded, put like a little heat sink on there. I didn't want to get the fan one. I probably figured it would kill the battery life a little bit, so I went along and just got a, you know, a little bit more surface on there. That'll help out with the heat. Did upgrade the ESC, as you can see, to a OC Day, which is very similar to the Ghoul RC ones. I mean, they almost look the same. They almost are the same. You could probably even program it the same with a regular, you know, small programming card, you know, that I have on here. The 45 amp ESC burned up after just a splash in the water. This thing is the biggest piece of crap. First thing I would probably recommend is to go ahead and update the original 45, you know, amp brushless ESC that it comes with. Fan still works, but the ESC is fried. So I upgraded that. Upgraded to a metal 15 keg as opposed to the 3 keg, you know, servo that it has on there. Just give you a little more turning ability and whatnot. So that's a Hex Fly off of Red Cat. Another thing, a lot of the Red Cat stuff fits on here, works on here. Trying to remember which model it is of the Red Cat, but even the differential, I bought an extra differential just in case. Brand new differential, just in case I burned up one of these. Got an extra one, you know what I mean? But shimming is probably the main thing. You can probably get some of that stuff off of some of the Red Cat stuff. You can see some of the shims I have here, these plastic ones. I got some more pins, and so that's some of the stuff I lost. Also, so it won't flip over that quickly, I went along and extended it. Also, I put some of the extender hubs or whatnot, cheaper China ones. I mean, people are saying that some of them go ahead and they don't come machined correctly, and yes, that is true. But with a little bit of ingenuity, I guess you could say, a little bit of know-how and a Dremel, you can go ahead and make a world out of this thing. I did go ahead and upgrade because this thing was, after I went along and leveled it, as you can tell, it's pretty damn near level from front to back. When you buy it, this thing is jacked up in the front. Looks like it wants to take off like a rocket. Makes it even worse. No wheelie bar. I couldn't find the wheelie bar, so I decided, let me level this thing out. And I don't know how people will go ahead and see that, but from what I know from automotive, you damn near cut the springs, and you go ahead and you drop it a little bit. Some other guys, some other videos were going ahead and putting silicone tubing in there to keep it from going ahead and staying a little lower. That's just some of the things that I went along and did. Re-oiled the shocks. The shock oil, I mean, it wasn't even full all the way to the top. They're good shocks. I mean, aluminum or metal tops. They look fairly well, at least from what I know and from what I've seen some of these higher end ones. Like I said, I changed the ones to the 9106S turnbuckles right here, turnbuckle style. You know, for the camber, and to go ahead and adjust the steering and whatnot, keep it a little straighter, a little flatter. Like I said, when I leveled it out, kind of camber was off and everything and whatnot. Same thing in the rear. With the rear ones, I took off of or I got off of a Traxxas. This is a Traxxas one, and I just got longer screws to go all the way through. What else? Same thing with here on the steering servo. I went the metal turnbuckle style one, right here, and those are Traxxas as well. The screws, just gotta match them up. Anything from an Ace Hardware. There's not anything you can't find from there. The charger that I use, this thing has been awesome. Charges all my RC stuff. I got a drone. It goes along and does as well. HTRC is, you know, I'm not making any money off of any of these videos or anything like that. I said I'm just trying to help somebody out. It's not an endorsement or anything like that. And just from some of the videos I learned from some of the other guys on YouTube and whatnot. So hope this helps out somebody else. We're going ahead and getting one of these trucks. Some people are going ahead and going also with they said they're stripping out the spur gears. You got to go ahead and make sure you mesh them correctly. Not too tight, not too loose, because yes, you will strip those plastic ones. But I've been running 3S and I've been pretty good. I just shimmed it, or sorry, meshed it correctly, and I didn't have any issues. This is what's inside of there. If you look at it online, the reduction gear, the spur gear inside of there for slippage, you know, for tightening and loosening it. I did go ahead and do the mistake of taking this thing out to saltwater as far as the beach, and it pretty much, this truck is not gonna hold that up very well. I don't think any truck will. So this is what's inside of there. If these do wear out, which I had one wear out because, like I said, the salt water got in there, the sand and whatever, even though it has a dust cover over here, crap that still goes ahead and gets inside of there onto that dust cover. And just go to a local auto parts store and get yourself some rubberized gasket material, and go ahead and just trace this thing out and have yourself made a new one. You know, tighten it up correctly, and whatnot, and then go from there. Like I said, this is just some of the stuff I've gone along and seen. Put some, you know, some lights and whatnot in the front, the rear, one of those, you know, looks pretty cool at night. I also did go ahead and buy a Gravedigger body. These things are ridiculously expensive. The original ones, like the Traxxas ones or whatnot, Son of a Digger bodies, all this bunch of stuff, you know, from Monster Jam, and just wanted to go ahead and make it, you know, look like something else. I think I paid like some $40 for this thing, and it's from New Bright. Yes, I know. And I just drilled the holes into there correctly. And then obviously this is like more of a SUV style body, and this is a pickup truck body. So as you can tell, it's lower. So I had an issue with that, and I just bought these little posts. Bought these little post extensions, and I go ahead and I put them right up in here. Put some pins in there, into here, and that's it. I got the Gravedigger body on there. Also, another thing, the price, paid about $103, I think, on some guy on eBay there for one of these things. A lot of people are, you know, saying, oh, they're on sale for $122, $130, $150. I got this thing for $103 shipped to the house and everything from some guy there on eBay. So I don't know, can't even remember his name. Like I said, I'm not really endorsing anything. I'm just trying to go ahead and help out from what I went along and found and what I seen and whatnot. I used the Lego bag I bought just in case for the soft pack ones. I'm not so concerned so much for the ones with the hard, you know, casing or whatnot. But the soft pack ones, you know, you get punctured or anything like that, you know, I don't want to have an explosion. I've seen some videos there on YouTube. So that's pretty much it, you know. You got any comments, go ahead and just mention it down the bottom. Thanks.